kind of want to stay on subject today. Don't get off topic. One of the first things I want to ask you about is it was shocking to me. Did you see the apology that Keyshawn Davis did on his Instagram live yesterday?
Man, no, I didn't see that. I didn't know I thought he wasn't trying to do that.
Okay,
Man,
let me see if I can play a clip for the people out here, just to get a reference of what I'm talking about.
It's been a long time coming. Like, I just want to start with the situation, of course. You know, I want to start with the situation, of course. You know, June 7th. The jump. I'm gonna try not to cuss, but the situation messed me up so much. It damn near took me 2 months to get back on live. It's August 1st. That joint happened June 7th. Like, and I felt some type of way when the people was just like, I don't really care, because like that's not true. Like, after that situation had happened, bro, like, I was really never right ever since, and I had to start like really like leaning on my family and leaning on God's word, and leaning on the people that really love me, because like I was like not myself. And just reflecting on that night, man, it wasn't right at all. Me making weight wasn't right. It was a lot of stuff that I was doing that week off camera that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like fighter meetings. I had fighter meetings that I was snapping the fighter meetings, and that wasn't right. And I apologize to the person that I did snap in the fighter meeting. I hope somebody screen recorded this. But I apologize. I'm apologizing right now to the person that I snapped on in the fighter meeting. I apologize, bro, and hopefully, we come face to face one day and we have a man to man. But I apologize to you, and you know who I'm talking about. I apologize to my family. I feel like I just let everybody down. Like, ever since that situation had happened, I just see and I just hear a lot of things that got set back because of me. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just not an easy pill to swallow. It took me a long time to really just confront this stuff. And with all that stuff that happened, it take more than a week or two to just come back and apologize. I really wanted to like wait so y'all can really like feel me. You know what I'm saying? But missing weight, I'm professional. And I see why y'all was saying like look like it didn't care. My body language looked like it didn't care. Like just everything about me looked like it didn't care. But y'all, what y'all don't know about me is I come from a lot, and come from how to build a shield up, so nobody can never even know. Like nobody can know like that's fucking with you. Like y'all don't even know like before.
Shout out to Fight for the interview. Yeah, it was just it was amazing to me that it took this long for the apology. I'm not downplaying Keyshawn or Keyshawn's team or none of that. I'm not downplaying him. None. It's just I thought that a guy of Keyshawn's caliber, he called himself the businessman, would have publicly made an announcement way ahead of time. It wouldn't have took this long to make an announcement and get an apology. There's a lot of sponsors was behind that fight. There was a lot of money behind that fight.
sure was, man.
And for the money thrown though, and disregard promoters and sponsors, I thought somebody from his team would have maybe been come out and publicly say something about it. But what's your thoughts, Black Star?
Yeah, it seemed to me, man, that he was all in his head, and his he got that home fight, and everybody was there, and his head had been blown up, and he uh he allowed that to blind him from the fact that, like you said, he the businessman, but he wasn't making no business decisions. His ego had gotten out of hand now to the point where he felt like he ain't had to give one. Everything was going to be there, and there's nothing he could do to mess up what he got going on now. But now he realizing that, hey man, he done messed up the money. Nobody want to put no money. Ain't nobody talking about him now. Everything done went silent. So now all that hype that he had done calmed down, and here come reality telling him, "Hey man, dang man, I messed up now. I got to go ahead and say something." My brother went out here and he said something, but I ain't really co-signed it. So let me go ahead and say something now. Hopefully I can turn it around, but I don't know. Could be too late. Boxing then went on. You got Manny Pacquiao in there now. It seemed like Manny jumped in there and took his spot. Now everybody, all the little uh, uproar that he had there, then that went down, and then the Manny thing done went up now. And I don't know. I mean, who would he fight now? He's talking about fighting the guy that he had that little altercation with, man. But that's a step back. He was supposed to been going this way. You're gonna slow down and go back and handle something that don't make no sense because he beat your brother. That's your brother's business to get that rematch. That's his fight. That's not your fight. You supposed to been on your way to Shakur and all them, but he ain't, I don't think he'll fight Shakur. Um, but I was interested to see what was going to go on with him because he'd been looking good, but they something about these young black fighters, man. I mean, I know we want to be real, we want to be hood, we want to be all these things, but when you get into the sport of boxing, you gotta have focus. You gotta look and say, this is what I want to go, this is what I want to do. And anything that you do got to be on the same path that's going to forward that. It can't be that I'm gonna go out here and I gotta impress this one over here and that one. And man, hell with them. That ain't where the bread at. The bread over here. Now you got Turkey Ala Sheik and them looking at you like,
Right.
I can't put no money on him. He gonna go out here and do something stupid. He had a whole thing set up at it. He was set up in his hometown. Everybody in there rooting for you. How many fights you gonna have like that? Hell, Marvin Hagler didn't have a fight like that early in his career. Shit, when he fought for his title, he had to go over there and take bottles to the head. Here he come in here taking that for granted. How you gonna take that for granted with all that? I'm disappointed, man, because
Right.
you know he
Right.
got to get it back on, man, and that's crazy. I think for him, he shouldn't even worry about fighting that dude. Leave that to your brother. Let your brother get that rematch. Let him go get his get back. You go on and do what you need to do. You know, it's just crazy to me, man, because I mean it's a TO fight sitting out there for somebody. I don't know. Maybe he'll had a heart to get in. Well, I doubt it because he was so shook Keyshawn at that damn press conference. I never forget that, man. The dude sitting there with the book. Huh? Man, I can't take none of these TO fans credit. I don't want
Yes,
to change the
sir.
subject, but I'm
Yes,
pretty sure
sir.
we'll get on that. We'll get on that. I couldn't understand that, man, for nothing.
Okay.
But
So I got
yeah,
a question for you. Keyshawn didn't make weight at 135. So assumingly we can say that Keyshawn's not coming back and fighting at 35.
yeah.
So if you're handling Keyshawn, you put the past to the past. I made up. At 140, what would be your approach if Keyshawn was your fighter?
I be on T.O.'s ass. I be on T.O. ass extra heavy because right now that's the biggest fight he can pull right now as far as selling. Because you got a unusual amount of boxing fans who think that T.O. is something. I mean, it's like he can do things and people just don't see it. Duck fighters, He talking all this jabber, jabber, jabber. There's somebody put a piece of paper in his face with a pen, and all of a sudden he started talking some other stuff. And it's happening right in their face. He fighting guys that Steve Claggett, oh, he can hurry up and sign that. How come you ain't gave Jermaine Ortiz a rematch? Because you ain't really beat him, in my opinion, or Sandor Martin. So why? But either way, these people believe this guy's something. Okay, he got a belt, 140. You done outgrown yours. People looking down on you, man. You blew the big event. You had everything there. You didn't want to do your money. You keep your weight in check. You got to come up. You up now. You ain't got to worry so much about your weight. You got to fight right here. If you go and win that fight, you can silence everything that happened in your past. You can totally take a book in a page and just turn it, and everybody will forget all about everything you did then if you go handle this business. Plus, we've been looking at it for how long now? Since that I can't remember what fight that was at the press. That's that one where T.O. was fighting somebody and he was wearing that old like a circus thing or whatever that was supposed to be. But anyway, they was at the press conference and
Right.
Keyshawn was pressing him, man. You running your mouth, and he was sitting there like a little scared chicken. I didn't say anything about you. I mean, this is happening right in front of everybody's face. And people act like, oh, Tio. I think Tio pound for Tio who? Man, every time somebody say that, man, I said, man, you don't I know you don't know nothing about boxing. This motherfucker still
Right.
running. He knows he does not have it no more. He knows it. Because he told everybody in the world, do I still have it? And that damn Cambosa, he almost died in that fight. And then he got a nerve to run around here and try to clown Devin Haney. How you gonna clown Devin Haney for fighting a guy who cheated him 2 3 ways, and you went out there and you tell us I almost died against Cambosas? Man, come on, away from here with that bullshit. Damn. And then everybody can see um shit with Hutchinson the other day just take him brutalize him, and they getting the leftovers of what Haney done already beat the stuffing out of his ass twice. So I just don't get it, man. But it's like some fighters don't have to do nothing. He go out there as long as
Right.
he keep his mouth and playing the internet, just like Ryan, and that's all they gotta do. They don't have to go out here and put in no work. That's why he was sitting back now. No, I don't want that. $11 million. What? It wasn't he the one, him and his father talking to Bill Haney talking about, yeah, give us 20 million, give us all these crazy millions way back when. Now you get a guy who got the bread putting it down. Tell you, I'm gonna give you $11 million to fight him. Vada. I think Vada, Victor Conti, the ice cream man, and the chapstick lady got a conspiracy against me. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. Come on, man. I mean, you just looking for a way to get out of that fight. And then and then the New York fight, but everybody act like he did so great. It's Barbosa. Who the fuck is
Yeah.
Barbosa? Everybody act like Barbosa's a fucking pound for pound fighter or something. He ain't nobody. Shit, that's the guy that Devin should have fought instead of fighting Ryan that night. That's who that guy is. And he would have took the worst ass whooping if he'd have fought that night. But somehow Barbosa, just because he's a Latino and a fighter, don't mean the motherfucker good. I mean, people don't stop and think. When you look in when Mexico, you got this huge talent pool in Mexico. It's a gyms on every corner. Everybody out there trying to struggle to do something. So you got all these boxers. They fight all those fights in Mexico. The overwhelming majority of them are fucking cab drivers, fucking guys that's got day jobs that really ain't in it. He got an astronomical record. I got 102 and 75 and 42 KOs. Because they fighting baseline novices.
Right.
And you get a guy that comes out there that beats a shitload of them, like Canelo. Canelo had 44 wins, but he 44 of them Bammers, you know. And it looked good on your record. Yeah, he's 44 and this and that. Then he got in there with fucking Floyd, and what happened to him? You Because it's fucking levels to the ball game. you know. I mean, it was proven. But somehow, Barboza, right? He looked so good in the Barboza fight. He looked better than anybody in the fight. Come on, man. How you gonna put him over Rolly and Rolly for the guy that he wasn't supposed to beat, technically? But I told you, I said I think he gonna drop his ass.
Hey, hey, I'm glad you mentioned a couple of things that I wanted to talk to about a little
I
bit
ain't want
later
to
in the
get too
show.
far ahead.